I just have feelings. And that's why I'm here.
Well, feelings are what we want you to reach for. Feelings are indicators. Thoughts are the true creators. And feelings indicate the direction of creation. So both are a good thing.
I'm unable to consistently move past the same things that are the lessons that heal, that help me heal and see and know at times, are the ones that also bring me down into lower vibration.
It's logical, isn't it, when you think about it? Because as a problem is becoming, the solution is becoming too. So it's just different ends of the same vibrational stick. When you really want something, it's logical that you could be extra sensitive about that. Someone called you on the telephone and said, "Hello, you don't know me. I'm just calling to tell you I'm never going to call you again." You would say, "Thanks for letting me know," but you wouldn't feel any disappointment. On the other hand, if someone you really care about cuts you off like that, you would likely feel some strong negative emotion because something that you want looks like it's not happening. And so it's good to figure out where you are on different subjects, isn't it?
It is, but it's not always easy.
No, it isn't.
Sometimes it's very easy.
Well, it depends on how fast you catch it. If you let the momentum of it take you into that place, law of attraction is relentless. It never shuts down. So as long as you are conscious, which means awake, and broadcasting, which means thinking, which is all the time, even though you might be paying more attention to the way you feel, if you weren't thinking, you wouldn't be feeling. If you weren't thinking, there wouldn't be any relationship or comparison between what you're thinking and what your inner being is thinking. And so, since law of attraction is relentless, always responding to you in your physical form and always responding to you in your non-physical form, then emotions or feelings are a big part of your life, because that vibrational sameness or diversity, allowance or resistance, is always evident to a sensitive person. So when you're really sensitive, and you are, sometimes you try to shut down desires in order to give yourself a break, but you can't really shut them down. Once you've launched them, and once your inner being's gotten hold of them, and once law of attraction is responding to them, you really got to figure out ways to go with the flow of them.
Yeah. I do a lot of creating and destroying all in the same
Everybody does, but you know what? Here's the thing. You can't destroy. You can only pinch off from what you've created. Because once you've created it, it is. And it will be there vibrationally, ready for your realization of it for longer than you will live. Once life has caused you to ask for it, it is a done deal. And your inner being and source are infinitely patient. Don't even have to be patient, because knowing that any time that you release resistance by allowing a little satisfaction, that then you will move closer into the allowing yourself to receive it. A friend of Esther's yesterday reminded her of a story that we've been telling for a while. And it was a trip that several of them took, a cruise, to the Panama Canal. And there was quite a water level difference between one body of water that they sailed in on and the body of water that they were going to sail out on. And so the big, massive ship moved into these locks where it moved slowly in. It was so impressive, so close that Esther felt from her cabin she could almost touch the side of the lock. And then they were there for several minutes as water was introduced into the compartment that the ship was sitting in and raised them a little bit until they were able to flow into the next lock. And then the water was added to that until it raised the ship a little more, until they were able to flow into the next lock. And in time, they were able to just flow into the body of water that they needed to be in. And it saved them so many miles of sailing. Everyone knows about the locking system. It's something that you've seen or read about or experienced. But we want you to feel it in relationship to your own vibrational characteristic or beingness in a moment. And we want you to realize that as life causes you to continue to ask for more and more, that your inner being focuses with a very high vibration on what you're asking for. And so law of attraction is responding to your inner being's request on your behalf for what you want. It's all done. It's all queued up for you to begin realizing it into your experience with your own powerful mind and feelings, but with your own powerful mind. So here's this high vibration, meaning less, no resistance within it. Because when resistance is removed from vibration, vibration rises. And so here's this high vibration with all the things that you've asked for, and more than you can even comprehend, because you've asked individually, and the cooperative components have been gathered into a creation that is more than you even knew you were asking for. So there it is, ready for you in this high vibration. But maybe you have sailed in on a lower vibration, and you know you want it, but you can't really feel it. You haven't practiced satisfaction, and so you haven't let yourself go like the cork would bob up. But as you do find more reasons to feel satisfied and more reasons to feel satisfied and more reasons to feel satisfied, before you know it, you're hanging around up there in that equivalent sea level, so to speak. And now the gate opens, and what's in your vortex just flows like the ship into the experience that is you. That's really the way that it works, you see. And the best part of it is that as it flows into your experience, it occurs to you. You receive impulses that you couldn't receive if you're here and your ship's here, or the water level is here and you're here. You've got to allow your vibration to rise to the equivalency of what you've asked for, and all of us who have been tending it, you have to be the vibrational frequency that you're asking for. And you have to pay a big price for it. You have to be happy. You have to be satisfied. But if you are aware of your feelings and you care about them, so you are reaching for them when it's easy, and you've mastered that feeling good so that you're mostly hanging out there, then you just have a steady flowing of what you've asked for into your experience. But it's not like somebody else does it and just dumps it on you. It's that you've done it and it's been revealed to you, and now you are in the vibrational vicinity, so you are receiving the revelation. You are realizing it. So an impulse comes to you. You just get this frisky feeling of being somewhere or going somewhere, a feeling of turning left rather than right, a feeling of getting in your car and going, a feeling of turning on the television at a particularly timely time, or all kinds of things that you can't really foresee. Esther doesn't hear us say, Esther, if you'll do such and be such and such, then this and this and this will happen. It's not like that. It's like she, in her satisfaction, feels an impulse to go somewhere or to be somewhere or to do something, and then she rendezvous with something that is mega satisfying, something that is satisfaction on steroids, something that is evidence to her that she received and followed and is in the right place at the right time. And when your days are made up of experiences like that, where you just get to rendezvous with one satisfying thing after another, then you start to sort of get the hang of this, that you are well cared for and that you are loved and that you are being guided and that you are blessed and worthy of your guidance. And then this sort of ease of feeling good, life unfolds for you the way your step one moments have asked it to be. You create your own reality in step one. You allow your own reality in step three. And the satisfaction mode is step three. That's the receiving mode, you see. But so many people create it in step one and then hang out in step one and then are defensive in step one and are demanding in step one and are irritated in step one. And so they keep putting more over there and the energies keep moving more and the stakes keep getting higher and the tug of war keeps becoming more intense until finally something gets through to you. Maybe somebody influences you. Maybe you just get tired of the struggle. Doesn't matter. But when you finally let go of the struggle and you just allow yourself to let in what you deserve and what you've asked for, then that's when you feel the certainty of your true worthiness and the certainty of your true power to create.
Gotta open those locks.
Well, the good news is everything in the universe is on your side about it. And when we tell you that your vortex has gathered all of the cooperative components and that you are the only potential uncooperative component, and that when you feel satisfied, you are a cooperative component, then you begin putting your emphasis in the place that works. And the thing that is so confounding to so many of you, this sounds too simple to be real. You got to show it to yourself. You got to show yourself. Do you think you know what satisfaction feels like? Esther's been trying to identify, it's going into a restaurant with friends, or even on my own, but mostly with friends, and settling in to the lovely seat that has been pre-decided for us, usually by us. How often do you return to a restaurant you've been to before and they take you to the same seat? And it's because that's the way you see that restaurant, and so that's the vibration that you offer, and so that's what it's logical for them to put you in. When that happens, that's why. So you settle in, and you just feel that feeling of anticipation. You can smell the good food, and you can see the sweet friends, and you can feel the well-being of the ambiance, and you're appreciating the loveliness of the people who are there to help you, to cook your food and bring your food and play with you in whatever way they do. Esther feels so satisfied when she slips into that moment. And it doesn't last a long time. That feeling of satisfaction moves often into great fun or great interest in the conversation or appreciation for all kinds of things. But that feeling of satisfaction, that simple, free feeling of right place, right time, of all is well in my world, of well-being, that's what we're asking you to reach for. Sitting in her car at the beach in San Diego, just sitting there, watching the waves who will keep coming to her, comprehending the perfection of the planet. There are so many reasons to feel satisfied, but you have to sort of tune yourself away from your dissatisfaction, because as humans, you've been trained by others who need and want things from you to bite the bullet and buck up and persevere and do what they need you to do. And so you've given a lot of your capacity to even relate to satisfaction up for things that aren't that satisfying, like perseverance, struggle, sacrifice, all that stuff that they write on the good side of the chart that doesn't feel good to you. So when you tell us that you're about feelings, we say, you've got it figured out, because you've introduced yourself in a strong way to your guidance system. So rather than seeking mutuality with how others feel about you, Esther's so aware. She wants everybody around her, everybody, but especially those up close, to feel satisfaction in their relationship with her. She wants them to feel good because it's their nature, but she doesn't want anything that she is doing or thinking or asking to be their reason for not feeling satisfaction. And we say to her, Esther, you take on too much. That's not any of your business. Satisfaction is their job. It's your job to be satisfied. It's their job to be satisfied. It's true of all of you. It's true of all of you with all of you. So you could let yourself off the hook, and you could let everybody else off the hook if you would just say, do your thing and I'll do my thing, and I'm going to think as many good thoughts about everything as I can, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all there is. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. Something more?
Well, there's always more, but I didn't sit in the first half of this getting it, but I got it sitting in the chair here.
Yeah, really good.